Every time you open a new chat in ChatGPT, it starts fresh. No memory of what you told it last time. So you end up repeating yourself with such commands as be concise, don't use jargon, or I need bullet points, not essays. That's not an AI problem, it's a context problem. And projects fix that. A project locks your instructions in place, so the AI behaves consistently every time you use it. So what actually is a project? It's two things. First, there's a set of instructions that tell the AI how to behave. Then there are project or reference files that give it something to work with. The instructions are where you set the core rules, including role or what the AI should act as, tone or how it should communicate, constraints or what it should avoid doing, and output format or how responses should look. Think of the instructions as the behavior layer controlling how the AI responds, which leads us to the project or reference files. These are the things the AI draws on when it's working. They can include methods which show the specific tools or templates it should follow, examples to follow, so it knows what good input looks like, safety rules with a list of things it should never advise on directly. And a word on that, no matter how many safety rules you put in, AI can always forget them or find a way around them. So if the output matters, double check it, always. That's because safety rules can help, but they're not a guarantee. And finally, some documentation, so you or someone else can understand how the system works later. Putting it all together, projects are instructions plus project reference files. Think of it like giving someone a job description and a toolkit. One tells them how to work, the other gives them what to work with. So let's see what creating a project file looks like in practice. We'll use a project file we built called DialGen OTS. It's an operational thinking system to organize messy situations and reach clear next steps. Obviously, you don't need to use this one, but it's an example that we will be using today to show how the pieces fit together. There is a set of master instructions and 10 files that can be uploaded to the project file area. Before we do that, you can download the master instructions and project files at dialgenai.com, and we'll include that link in either the descriptions, comments, or the links section of our profile. So once you have downloaded these files, let's start by unzipping the files by just right-clicking on the zip file and then choosing the unzip option. Now we can create a new project file by clicking the new project file and then calling it DialGen OTS. Next, we'll find the three dots in the top right-hand corner and edit the project. The first thing we'll do is upload the 10 project files that we previously unzipped. We'll wait as each of the files upload. Now we'll add the master instructions by firstly opening the master instructions file and then copying them. After that, we'll paste them into the project instructions. It will take a few seconds for the project to save, and then we are basically done. You can then type in a test prompt to see how it responds. Now you are ready to prompt. So what is in the DialGen OTS? In a nutshell, there are the master instructions, which identify what the project is for and how it should behave. We also include 3 modes: basic, regular, and executive. Choose the mode that you want, depending on your experience and what kind of assistant you want. Then there are the project files. Firstly, we have the main instruction file. When the AI is prompted, it tells it to follow a process. In this case, it includes checking for safety issues first, then figuring out what kind of request it is, and then routing it to the right tool. Then there is the methods and templates files. This file contains 8 thinking tools. Each one handles a different type of problem. There's an organizer for sorting messy inputs, a prioritizer for figuring out what matters most, a decision mapper for trade-offs, a hook writer for first lines, and so on. Each tool has its own template, a simple structure the AI fills in every time it uses that method. Then there's the output standard file. Every response gets the same shape, a headline, key points, and one clear next step. No essays, no fluff. There's also an example bank with sample prompts. so users know what to ask. A safety disclaimer with boundaries on what the AI won't advise on. But to be clear, you can put as many safety rules in as you like, and the AI can still slip past them. That's just how it works right now. If the answer matters, check it yourself. There's also a quick start guide, version tracking, even an open source license. 10 files, each one does a specific job. Together, they turn a generic chatbot into a consistent, structured tool. Of course, you don't need 10 files to start. Here's a simple template that works for most people. It is purely going to load into the instructions area and covers 4 areas. Firstly, what you want help with. This could be writing emails, planning your week, and organizing messy notes. Secondly, how it should behave. For example, you might want it to be concise, use plain English, and don't over-explain. Thirdly, what it should avoid. You can ask it to cut out jargon and motivational language and eliminate long introductions. And finally, how outputs should look. For example, you can request it use bullet points, set one clear next step, and keep answers under 200 words. That's one set of instructions. You can start there, and it'll already be better than repeating yourself every chat. Once you see how it responds, you can add more. A file with templates, another with examples. Build it up over time based on what you actually need. Most people over-engineer these on the first try. Don't. Start simple. From here, you've got a few paths. Option 1 is to download the example I just showed you and adapt it. Strip out what you don't need. Keep what's useful. Option 2 is to build your own project from scratch using that starter template. One set of instructions and see how it goes. Option 3 is where you'd rather have someone walk you through setting one up. That's available too. Details are in the description, with links in the description, comments or profile as well. Finally, project files reduce friction. They make the AI more consistent and more useful, but they don't replace your judgment or that of a professional. If something matters, such as an important contract, a medical question, or a financial decision, then use the AI to prepare questions to ask the right professional. Anyway, if you're serious about using AI properly, build a project, even a simple version. And if this video helped, subscribe. We'll keep building together.